You know, for a minute there, I thought that smartphone launches in 2020 were going to be as stale as the year itself, but I'm actually happy that I was wrong. I'd call this the year of refinement, not just for hardware or features, but also for approaches. On one end, we saw companies perfect the foldable ideal they continue to pursue, and on the other, we saw companies embrace the mid-ranger, at a time when great and affordable phones are much more valuable to the current state of our society. This is actually the first time that we do smartphone awards at the end of the year, and we chose to do so mainly to praise manufacturers for the efforts they took. Yes, this hasn't been an easy year for any of us, but it's also not been an easy year for companies. Supply chains have stopped, demand has dropped, and yet they somehow managed to deliver some of the best products we've seen. To them, our deepest respect. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocket Now, and let's dive into our list sponsored by Anchor. Stick around to learn a faster, more affordable, and more compact way to charge your smartphone. We have a few categories, and the winners were actually decided as a vote between the Pocket Now editorial team. We defined a set of rules, like the fact that all of these phones have to offer 5G, since that was the major theme for 2020. There is an article on PocketNow.com with a broader list that includes honorable mentions, and we chose to do that because we didn't want this to be an hour-long video. Let's begin with the best budget phone that offered 5G, a device that was not going to break the bank, that was sort of future-proof because of its 5G offering, and at the same time had a price that was so good it almost became a no-brainer. For us, the winner is the OnePlus Nord. I'm gonna have to praise their marketing campaign and then the release of the phone that's good on the eyes, priced aggressively, decently spec'd, and offers camera features that even the OnePlus 8 Pro didn't nail. If only it launched in the United States, but if you're on a budget and you can get your hands on a OnePlus Nord, I recommend you go for it. Now let's move to a very tough category, which is which smartphone had the best camera. The main reason is because some smartphones get some things right, others get other things right. But there were very few that nailed every single part, and I feel that the phone that did it best is the Huawei P40 Pro Plus. Ever since Huawei started its partnership with Leica, they've been owning photography, and this time with two telephotos for different angles, while not giving us a camera hump the size of Texas, and then with the improvements that we saw on video, it's definitely the whole package. Sure, the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra and the iPhone 12 Pro Max are close, but none nail versatility and that color science quite like Huawei. But now let's move on to the best flagship, the device that got everything right and at the same time took a couple of steps further into giving you a more enhanced smartphone experience. For us, the winner is definitely the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. It was a very elegant chrome and matte design that's a head-turner everywhere, and then Samsung finally took the leap with the Plus update for the Snapdragon 865. We have the best display on a smartphone that's also 120Hz capable, fantastic battery life, and a camera system that's so good you won't need to use portrait mode for certain shots, but really what has it reigning supreme is the S Pen, which makes its phablet size logical in helping you do more than what you can do with any other phone. It wasn't cheap by any means, but it did earn its title of Ultra. Now, the best flagship is not necessarily going to be the best design or the best looking phone, and I feel that Samsung is going to win that category again whenever they get their camera humps under control. Last year they did a great job, but this year was just no comment. It's a very tough decision, and it's mainly because it's also a matter of taste, and our general consensus was mainly focused on which device had the most balanced design that at the same time crammed in crazy new features that were unique, and for us, it was the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Let's face it, we've wanted flat displays for a while, but flat never looked this good or minimalistic. The chrome polish for the stainless steel is also quite the head turner in public, though that said, the decision actually goes a bit beyond. Apple is offering a larger camera sensor, and the company even adopted the in-body stabilization professional cameras use, and managed to do so without changing much of the camera's footprint. Match this with the symmetrical approach of widgets on iOS 14, and let's face it, it's really easy on the eyes. Now, one of the reasons why the iPhone 12 Pro Max was not our favorite smartphone or flagship has everything to do with how much you pay for it and the fact that you do not get a charger in the box, and then the cable that's offered is not necessarily the most durable. The fast charger Apple sells separately is expensive, larger and slower than average, and the small one is really slow. What if I told you that the Anker Nano is just as small as that old charger from Apple, charges your iPhone 3 times faster thanks to 20-watt output, and costs less money than even Apple's old 5-watt charger? Anker's integrated technology allows for improved heat dissipation, reduced size, and increased efficiency. Match them with Anker's Powerline cable offerings and you get more color selection and far more durability. Follow the first link in the description below to learn more about our favorite power selections from Anker. And thank you for sponsoring this video. Now, if we're realistic, 2020 was definitely not a time for people to focus on design or Flagship or the status symbol. It was actually the other way around. I feel that 2020 was more the year of the mid-ranger, a device that was good enough to do everything, had a decent enough price tag, and I feel that a lot of companies really embraced this category this year. Our favorite and top pick was the Google Pixel 4a 5G. It's a Pixel 5 in almost every way, but with a few corners cut to drop the price tag. This means Pixel quality software, features, camera, and tricks, with some added footprint in case you think that the Pixel 5 was a bit too small for you. There are a good deal of honorable mentions in this category alone, but we feel that Google nailed it best. That said, the best mid-ranger is not necessarily always going to be the best value. What if for a little more money you've got more cameras, a better display, a smarter approach into the materials? I mean, in the past this category was mostly won by OnePlus, but this year it was actually won by the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE. If Glastic is the future, I'm down because this phone feels premium, looks premium, behaves like a premium phone, has the specifications, nails the camera focal lengths, and really just falls shy on a few features here and there. If I had to recommend a phone to a friend looking to get the most for their money, this would be it. I'm also going to call 2020 the year of the return to the compact phone. I mean, phablets were really getting out of control, and to see companies like Google embrace smaller designs with their Pixel 4a and their Pixel 5 is proof that there is a market of people that are looking for a more compact design, but I feel that no company did this better than Apple with their iPhone 12 mini. Yes, this phone made me get a pair of reading glasses, but I'm still scratching my head over how Apple was able to cram a flagship iPhone on such a small footprint, and with all flavors of 5G in tow. It's easy on the hands, which is quite a need on a user interface that favors buttons at the top, and sure, you get a hit in the battery, but it's actually not as bad as we thought. If one-handed usability and powerful features are your thing, the iPhone 12 mini has no rival right now. We're getting close to the end of our top picks, and we've always had this category we like to call the best all-rounder. A smartphone that doesn't necessarily have the best specifications, but it doesn't really matter. The software experience compensates, the camera is good enough, the price is also good enough, and it's also that reliable workhorse that people can count on. For us, it was actually more of a shocker, but 2020 was really about the Google Pixel 5. If I had to pick just one phone right now that could give me battery life, software updates, exclusive perks, and a great camera, it doesn't get better than this. Especially now with this pandemic, a sweeter price and the classic fingerprint scanner at the back are seriously so appreciated. This, plus all of the perks of Android 11, make it the best phone we can recommend for most people. But alright, it is about that time. This is our final category, our favorite smartphone of 2020, which actually also leads to the company that we praised the most for the year. The company that provided the most amount of innovation, that dared the establishment, and at the same time built a phone that was great enough to turn heads in the process. For us, it was definitely the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2, which would also be the best sequel if you think about it. Because in my review of the first Fold, I said that it was a great tablet, but it needed to be a better phone, and even that was addressed. The outer display is now usable, the inner display is a joy to use, and we have more functionality with the hinge. A phone when you need it, a tablet when you need it, battery life is insane, the cameras are on point, the user experience is designed for more productivity in mind. Like seriously, if you're in the market for the best and most audacious phone of 2020, this is it. It no longer feels like a work in progress, and definitely a device I have no problem in recommending, especially right now with the trade-in deals, where you can save up to 50% off. But anyways, this is our list. This is our top smartphones for 2020. To the winners, bravo. To the honorable mentions that we have in the article, bravo as well. Thank you for continuing to push the envelope, even with how hard 2020 has been. And I'm sure that many of you will either agree or disagree with our list, so make sure you make your voices heard in the comments down below. And while you're at it, follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on my personal handles to see me enjoy the smartphones of 2020. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.